Good morning, Vikings. I'm Tad.
And I'm Braylon.
At this time, we'd like you all to stand for a moment of silence. Now please join us in a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'd like to start by thanking Ms. Bender and the FFA for a great week.
I know all the teachers were in a great mood after yesterday's pork chop lunch. Thanks for providing such a delicious treat.
Speaking of delicious treats, today for lunch is cheese mac sticks with Cali blend.
Attention all track and field members, the track store is now open. All members of the team will be required to order these. Scan the QR code for the link.
For anyone ready to learn to drive, Roadstar Driving School is offering an in-person class every day from March 6th to March 17th from 3:15 to 6:15.
I really hope it's not 3:15 a.m.
Well, no, that'd be ridiculous. It starts after school. Students must be 15 years old by the first day of the class.
Next Wednesday, all juniors will be taking the SAT. Good luck, and don't forget to study.
Hey seniors, do you need help completing the FAFSA? Financial aid experts from UE, USI, and Ivy Tech will be able to help at Ivy Tech this Sunday at 2 o'clock.
I really hope that's not 2 in the morning.
My gosh. It's not at 2 in the morning. Make sure to check your email and see Mrs. Rose for details. It's time for another senior spotlight. Today we are recognizing senior Troy Droege.
Troy is a 4-year varsity soccer player. He's played since he was a kid, and all of that hard work has paid off, earning him team captain in his most recent season. He was a great teammate and someone that was good for the lower classmen to look up to.
He has also been on the track team for 4 years. Last season he went to regionals for hurdles, and this season his sights are set on going further. He is an asset to the team not only as a runner, but as a leader. His dedication and hard work has earned him a leadership role for this season, as hopes are high for Troy and the track team.
Something else that he takes pride in is FFA. He's accomplished many things while in FFA.
Troy has been an amazing student athlete at North Posey. He is very dedicated and works very hard. We are proud of all that he's done for North Posey. Good luck to Troy and his future endeavors.
Now over to the NPSN crew in the NPSN studios.
Good morning, North Posey. I'm Cage. The boys basketball team had their last regular season game versus Gibson Southern yesterday. The team has their first sectional game on Tuesday, taking on South Spencer at Tell City. Show up and show out, Viking Nation. Now, with boys basketball being the last of the winter sports, we are looking forward to the spring seasons coming up. Tennis has their first match on April 4th, with track following right after on April 6th, and boys golf's first match is a few days later on April 8th. Baseball starts a little earlier, though, on March 28th. We want to encourage the student body to support their classmates in spring seasons and watch them play the sport they love. Now, sending over to the weathermen, Vince and Josh.
Good morning, North Posey, and welcome back to the Weather Corner. It's been a warm end of February, and hopefully it will be that case in March, because if these warm temperatures keep on going up, then I think blooming will start early.
I would have to agree with you there. I'm having a feeling blooming will start in mid-March. Anyways, hopefully it stays warm this weekend. What's it looking like?
Well, Friday is looking cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 46. Saturday is also looking in the high of 60 with a low of 39, also rainy. Sunday is looking to be a high of 55 and low of 39, sunny. And Monday is looking to be partly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 44. Now we're sending it over back to Ian and Olivia.
Good morning, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Ian.
Today we have some FFA related jokes to tell you.
Why did a dog not listen to the farmer sheep's jokes.
I'm not really sure. Why didn't he?
Because he heard them all. What do you call cattle with a sense of humor? Laughing stock. Moo.
That's a good one.
What do you call a horse that lives next door?
I don't know.
A neighbor. What farm animal keeps the best time?
Well, I didn't know farm animals kept track of time.
It's a watchdog.
Oh, really?
What kind of horses only get out at night? A nightmare.
Well, thank you for the jokes. It was a great way to wrap up FFA week. Now sending it over to Dharma.
Joining us today, we have the newest member of the Viking staff. Mrs. White teaches geometry and Algebra 1 here at North Posey and is a great addition to our school. But since she joined us halfway through the year, many students have not gotten the chance to know her yet. So we brought her in today to ask her a few questions. Thank you for joining us today. First question, where did you attend high school and college?
So I went to Central High School, and then I went to Oakland City University.
All right, so you stayed local.
Yeah, not very far.
So what made you decide to start teaching?
I knew I always wanted to make a difference. I just didn't know how, and I always had a passion for coaching, so it kind of just made sense that I went into teaching also.
Yes, definitely a great combination pair. Where did you teach before you came to North Posey?
I was at Wright's for 2 years.
2 years, and you taught math while you were there as well?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
And tell me a little bit more about your coaching career.
So I've had a chance to coach basketball, girls basketball, for a season. That was when I was in college. And then I also got to coach softball at Wright's. I was the assistant coach.
Cool. And I hear a rumor that you're coaching the girls tennis this year with Mrs. White? Or Mr. White, excuse me.
I'm helping, and I'll leave it at that. I'm helping.
Okay. And last but not least, what is it like to work with Mr. White?
It has its perks. We get to drive to school together, so he gets to drive me to school.
Save a lot of gas money, I'm sure.
Yes, that's true. It's just nice to be in the same schedule.
Yes, definitely makes it convenient, I'm sure. Well, thank you for joining us today. Now sending it over to Braylon and Tad.
This week, over 850,000 FFA members across the country are celebrating their great organization during National FFA Week. FFA offers high school students the ability to develop lifelong skills that will aid them in their futures through year-round career development events and leadership development events. For career development events, students are able to gain more hands-on knowledge for the agriculture workforce. Our chapter has thrived in soils judging, forestry judging, entomology judging, dairy judging, and livestock judging in the past year. Not to mention, we have had several students participate in our district leadership contests, as well as the chapter meeting team to develop skills on public speaking, running a proficient meeting, and how to give a presentation. North Posey even had students advance to the state and national level. To celebrate this great organization, our chapter has a full week of events. Tuesday, students showed their FFA spirit by wearing hats as well as participating in a cornhole tournament. That's not all they did Tuesday, as the chapter even won the first ever Posey County FFA kickball tournament against Mount Vernon. Wednesday, students wore their chapter t-shirt and red, white, and blue. They also shared their agriculture knowledge through trivia in the foyer during lunches. Thursday, students dressed out in blue and gold, and FFA members and staff enjoyed the delicious pork chop meal. Members also got to meet FFA's state officer as they visited our school. Friday, you can look forward to seeing tractors in the parking lot, members participating in the annual Ag Olympics, and students rocking their Crocs and socks. We'd like to give a special shout out to Miss Bender and all her work for the FFA program. Thank you to everyone for their support of our FFA chapter.
We would like to end the show by wishing our robotics team luck before their competition tomorrow in Lafayette.
Be sure to wish them luck. They will have a parade of champions at 2:50 today.
Not only will the Ragnobotics team members be in it, but the star of the show, Bernard, will also be rolling down the hallway.
Bernard is the team's robot. I will say this once and one time only. During the parade of champions, and I'm not sure why anyone would do this, Do not touch Mr. Bernard unless you are Jacob Downey.
Yeah, that's right. If you don't want to mess with him, if you want to mess with him, you want to mess with Mr. Fisher, and Mr. Fisher will not put up with that.
And when you do, he won't be mad. He'll be disappointed.
Exactly. The robotics team has been working on Bernard for months. It takes a long time and a lot of work to build and code a robot.
I believe that I've made myself clear, so it's time to sign off.
From NPTV Studios,
Signing off.